When you look at the cover of To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang, or if you've read the synopsis, what genre do you think the book is? Because I just started listening to the book today and I was expecting fantasy based on Chinese mythology. I was not expecting a portal that opened up in the sky where space romance came in to invade. The invading country or invading planet, it's not really clear. They call them the Romans, as in the Roman Empire, except this Roman Empire have guns, have fighter jets, and they have tablets, and they wear suits, which is very jarring considering that the setting of the main character's birthplace is very China coded, but it's not called China. They call it Pangu, or the empire is Erlang. So why make why create different names for the place that stands in for China, but then you make the invading forces, you just name them Romans? Why not follow that the pattern for the other side? Because I did some Googling. Pangu is a creator god, like a primordial god in Chinese, and I think it's Taoist mythology. So why not call the invading forces like Gaians from the Roman or Greco-Roman primordial god Gaia? Why why just call them Romans? Like, I don't understand. It's very distracting for me, especially when Julius Caesar is mentioned as well. So there's like an imbalance where the location or the place that stands in for China have creative names. The kingdom is named Erlang. It's from named from one of the gods in Chinese mythology as well. But the invading forces just get like, oh yeah, they're Romans. You're Romans with guns and tablets. It's just very confusing and very jarring. When I was listening to it, when they mentioned like the Romans having guns and like magic not being able to stand up against bullets, I made that face, the meme with where the blonde woman goes. I made that face at work. I just stopped working and then made that face because it was very jarring. I just don't get why the Romans didn't get a more creative name, because when you say Roman Empire, there's a very specific image that comes to your mind, and it's hard to not think of that. So when you read and when you're reminded by the book that, oh, they have guns and they have technology, you have to, or at least my brain needs to like reset and be like, oh no, this is not the not the Romans that we know. And that's just one problem that I have with this book. And there's a lot of there's a lot of telling instead of showing. The first few chapters just info dump everything. They info dump character Ring's background as well as Baihu's background. There's a lot of info dumping with that as well. So yeah, I don't know which chapter I am, but maybe 10% in, and I don't know. I feel like I want to DNF, but at the same time I don't want to DNF because I've DNF a lot of books already. But yeah, it's a slow read, or it's a slow listen. I'm listening into it at like 1.8 speed because there's just a lot of internal monologue going on that doesn't really move the plot forward. It's very info dumpy. It's very telling and not showing, and it's gonna be a hard read. Hopefully I don't DNF. Hopefully I can push through it. But yeah, the Romans with guns It's just taking me out.